Just had to. I had a fantastic time right from the moment I stepped in, as this 50% off booth had this amazing tiger statue for $15, which was actually $7.50. So I grabbed him, and then I see these owls. They kind of look like Mata Ortiz pottery, and it was $24 for the pair, which made it $12. So, yeah, those came with me too. This I just want to show you because everyone lists this as Murano. And yes, the sticker says Murano, but this is not true Murano glass. And I should have picked this up and turned it over and shown you. It's got a cloudy pontil, but it sells. A lot of it on eBay. But I just can't. I just can't. It's just a blasphemy to true Murano collectors. I am just scanning the shelves, and there's a lot of cool stuff here, but it's not my thing. Except for this Blue Sky Clayworks turtle, which is totally my thing. And he was $5, which made him $2.50. So that was exciting. This is Coco Joes, I do believe. It does, the sticker's there, but it's really marked out. I probably should have picked this up. But again, I kind of just am looking for things that, you know, bring me joy. And this was a Yosemite souvenir piece. He was cool. I probably should have grabbed him because Yosemite pieces do quite well. And then I spot another of these little anchor hawking green vases, and I grabbed this. It'll be $1.50 with the discount. And I grabbed it because I already have one listed, so I pretty much don't have to do the work again. I love that. And then I spot this blue turkey who has really nice colors. And I don't know if the video really sends that through, that how pretty he was. He is a hobbyist piece made in 1980, which does make him quite vintage. And I decided to get him too. All right, I had to go take all my stuff up to the counter and get my hand emptied again. This normally is a kind of piece that has like a butterfly in it, but it didn't have anything. And I spot this painting that I gingerly pull out of there. It's not the most handsome dog. It's I believe that said 1946 or 76. Maybe it's 76. Either way, it's also very vintage. It wasn't priced, so I took it up to the front and they let me have it for $10. This place had a nice, simple look to it. That's why I gave it a look, but it's a plate. I don't really like selling plates. Actually, I don't really like shipping plates. That's what it is. Cute little doll buggy. Okay, 3D Jesus. Kind of dig him. Always make sure you're looking up, up, up. A lot of dealers will put things up high and they get missed. Okay, I love the flamingos. That attracted me over. And then I see this black, I think it's a hippo, or a buffalo. I'm actually not sure. I would like your opinion of what kind of creature this is. I don't know. And I figured if I didn't know, he wouldn't come through in pictures on a listing very well either. I'm just looking for anything that's kind of gonna jump out at me. I do love 50% off booths. This is Marquetry. It's a tiger. They had it priced at $65, so at $32.50, that would have been a good buy, but I just bought a ton of art that I need to deal with before I get any more. And then I spot these cute little owls, and they are like $2 each, so that makes it $1. So yes, this little guy is made of shell for $1. And then this little guy is like, I don't know if he's bone or resin or antler, but he was only 75 cents, so I'm going to find out. And then this guy I liked, but he was $12, so that would have made him $6. So I left that one. And I was trying to determine if these were actually vintage owls. They have a very mid-century look to them. I'm trying to get him out from his little space in the back there. The picture frame was not cooperating with me. So there they are. Really cute. They would have been $7.50 for the pair, and I almost got them. But then I thought, you know what? I don't need more stuff unless I'm absolutely sure. And I wasn't sure how old those were. Okay, got to set these guys down so I can look at the little wooden owl pin. And I was hoping it was $1 too, but it would have been $3. So I did not get that. And I'm not sure what his purpose was. If you know, let me know down in the comments. And I decided to park my little owls there for a minute as I looked at some of the other shelves, and I was a little overwhelmed by this shelf, so I didn't even pull out any of those to look at them. Maybe next time, if they're still there. I go to this antique mall on a regular basis. I'm just looking. I am not sure what the purpose of this item is for. I was thinking ashtray, but then what's the little covered part for? I'm a little bit puzzled by it. Definitely vintage, and I don't know. It wasn't very eye appealing, which is probably why I didn't pick it up. But then I found out that there's 2 of them. So again, if you know what these are for, I would love to know down in the comments. And then just kind of looking through some of the little stuff they had on and in the display case. Nothing that really excited me in there. And then across the way in the booth I saw these guys sit. And it's a booth I don't normally go in. It's just purses and clothing kind of stuff. But these lizards made out of bottles were so adorable. So those actually got me looking a little more at this booth. So that was a good thing to have there. It kind of pulled me in. This dresser caught my eye. It has that just very cool vintage look, and that was only $30. I'm like, okay, where do I need to put a dresser? I'm showing you here the dovetailing that kind of shows you the age, and you can see somebody also like, I think it's a stain as opposed to a paint, but that could be repurposed like really cute. I wish I had time to repurpose some furniture, but I do not. Squirrel! Just had to. Okay, this is another Blue Sky Clayworks, and it is missing something. It would have had an underplate to it for the candle to sit on, which also would have had the branding on the bottom. Here's some examples of that piece. This is a nice little, just a little redware pitcher, cup, mug thing. But because it was just a single, not enough value for me to pick up. These have a really nice look. They are Hudson Middleton. This is the Streetwise pattern. This, the brand, I guess you would say, artist, maker, does pretty good. And this is a wonderful, wonderful world of Disney mug. And I grew up on the wonderful world of Disney Sunday nights. Always watched it. Still remember little Tinkerbell splashing her little wand and her pixie dust. I spot this little pig. Now, this dealer has the name written wrong on the tag, so it could have gotten missed as to what its true value is. It is actually D. Harris, not D. Caris, and it's worth about $15. I mean, it's not worth a whole lot more than what they had it priced at, but still enough for me to make a little money on. This fish really pulled me in, and I stood there for a while debating whether to get it or not. These Murano, if I can determine that it's Murano fish, sell for $80 to $100 pretty easily. And this is another piece. I believe it's either Murano or Chalet. I'm kind of leaning toward Murano. You don't often see a lot of what's known as amberina, where the red and the yellow come together. So I did consider getting that, but I really don't like to pay upwards of $20 for a piece unless I'm absolutely sure of its value. And at this point, I was not sure on the value of that coloration. Some cute little Walt Disney production dwarfs, priced at $8, which is about right. And this I thought might possibly be a piece of recycled glass. Yvonne over at Thrifty Rich YouTube channel has been talking about this and finding it, and it sells for really good money. But that actually ends up being a piece of Fenton. And this cat, I was looking to see if it had some age, which not enough for me to warrant shipping something that big. This is a John Perry piece. I hadn't seen the sea turtle before. It's a little overpriced for what it sells for. John Perry pieces can go for upwards of $100, so definitely give them a look. I liked how they had all their, I was going to say Pyrex, but it's not Pyrex that makes that vegetable pattern. I can't think who it is right now. I spot this frog picture who is just fun. And what I found out is it actually is a restoration hardware. There's many listed, no solds. He's cute though. I hope somebody will love him. This is a piece of Bulicante, probably Murano, although that pontal is not a Murano pontal, so that's what made me put it back. This is Murano Glass by Fenton, and that was a fair price, but there's the the pink and green sells for bigger money. I spot one of the Majolica frog planters. I'd never seen one this large, and the kind of kicking back frog with the lily pad over over him just cracked me up, and I thought, okay, I must have. So I just took some stuff up, and I came back and noticed that there's a 20% off sign in this booth. So I went back to look at some of the things that I was thinking about but passed by, just to kind of do the math in my head, including the John Perry. Would have made it $24. There we go. I can do the math. Still too much for me to do anything resale wise. It's a good price for someone to purchase it though. So I'm just looking at the table again. I noticed this piece made in Italy that is like a marble. It was super heavy, so I decided to leave that one. And I looked at the piece of Murano again, but even with the 20% off, still wasn't leaving me enough to make a good profit. I spot this. It is an Artisana Rinquinada from Uruguay. And you can see that when you look at the actives, they look to sell for a really high price. The problem is there is only one that has sold in the last year. So that's a bummer. But had this been $5 or $10, I still probably would have picked it up. Those were little squeeze stress buffaloes for the Aristocrat game company, who makes a game called Buffalo. In case you couldn't tell, I'm really drawn to colors. I tend to pick up things in reds and oranges and bright colors, like this yellow and black piece of Lemonge. Now, I know this particular dealer is an actual antique appraiser, so their stuff is going to be pretty much spot on for the market, as was this piece at about $59.95 is what they had it priced, and that's pretty fair. And I just thought this was really cute. It did not have a maker's mark on it. These mid-century cat plaques, I guess you would call them, were absolutely cool, but they were priced right. And then there was this Coca Cola table set. Now, I don't know the age on it, but even if it's a repro, it's super cool. You could just picture that out on a little patio. I talked about these yesterday, these little berry, not rustberry, it's W&R berry. There's a whole bunch of them out there. Depending on what they say, they can sell pretty good. Now, I actually wanted that fake cheese. I like the weird fake food. This piece just brought back a memory for me when I was a child. I think my brother had a little working stoplight. I don't know why that just drew me to it. Something about that. That's all I can tell you. Like, that's all I remember. But I remember liking it. Okay. Please come back for part 2. We are going to end this here because there will be a part 2. So please hit the subscribe and the little bell notification, and we'll see you on the next one. Go be profitable and make it fun. All right, bye.